alive for 10 days. And today I'd like to talk about Hebrews 1, no, Hebrews 11:1. It says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Recently, I was watching a video from somebody named Shielded Prepper, and he said his wife gave him some advice, and the advice was, it's not faith till your plans fall through. And I wanted to share with you something that we experienced in fundraising and what that was, going from working full time to being on support. Now, one of the ideas that I had, because I was working remote at the time, was that we were going to start fundraising, and then when you're at 70%, you're allowed to take a salary. And so when we were at 70%, my goal was to quit my job and then take a salary from fundraising. But that's not what happened. That was my plans. And another thing that the Bible says is that man makes his plans, but the Lord directs his steps. And God directed our steps in a way that we didn't like, but really forced us to have faith in him. We were at about 20% after a year and 2 months of fundraising. And if you know anything about Christian fundraising, you know that the average is between 1 and 3 years, usually at 2. And so at the rate we were going, it was going to be closer to 6. And so we were really frustrated. And the guy that I was working for told me that I wouldn't be working for him anymore, that I was being replaced. And that was very scary because we didn't have enough donations that we were receiving in order to take an income. So what happened was we also had to go to a different state because the place that we were staying, the missions home that we were staying, wasn't available. And so we went to a state. We went to Missouri, and we went to a little town called Bland, which was 420 people. So that was another one of God's saying to us, well, we're not going to have any opportunity to fundraise at this point. And so in that, I remember driving down the road, very frustrated, and thinking to myself, are we ever going to get fully funded? Are we ever going to be able to get to the mission field? And a song came on the radio, Do It Again. And I thought to myself, God has shown up for us and taken care of us in our life so far. I was 30, 32 at the time, I think, and maybe 34. And God's always shown up. He's always taken care of us. And he's going to do that again. He's going to be the God he's always been. And that was a defining moment for me because I realized that it was God who was going to be taking care of us. And I really had to have faith in him, not faith in myself, not faith in my job or in how quickly I thought the fundraising would go, but I had to have faith in him. And from that point on, it was at the beginning of summer. By the end of summer, we were funded enough in order to take a salary, and we were above 90%, so we were able to buy our tickets to return, to go onto the mission field. And that was where God really just taught me in life that what faith was and what it meant to have faith in him.